Hello and welcome back to Pacific Prana Yoga. My name is Cyrena and I'm going to be leading you through our Vinyasa flow today. With some special holidays like Halloween and Dia de los Muertos coming up, our theme this week for our flow is lifting the veil or the veil thinning. So the veil being between worlds, the living and the dead, and sort of tapping into our intuition through this time. Whether you believe in that or not, I think it's just a fun little theme for this week. So yes, we're going to be really focusing in on our third eye, our intuition, and our connection to the other side, the other world, whatever that looks like for you. So we are going to get started in an easy seat or a child's pose. It is up to you how you would like to start in our little centering practice. I'm going to start in an easy seat. If you prefer child's pose, go ahead and take that towards the back of your mat. Your big toes come to touch and your knees fall out wide, and walk yourself forward, fingertips reaching towards the top of your mat. Otherwise, find a comfortable, easy seat, grounding through your sit bones, growing tall through your spine, feeling that lengthening sensation, rooting down through your root chakra. And as you breathe in on your next breath, slowly bring your focus up towards your third eye and your crown of your head. And as you exhale, allow that breath to wash down towards your root once again. The connection that your body is making with your mat, your floor, wherever you are. Good. Allowing your eyes to fall shut if you haven't already. Your hands can come to the tops of your knees if that's comfortable for you. And we're just going to take the next few moments to ground, to center, to be fully present in our practice, in our bodies, in our minds. Allow the rest of your day ahead of you, the rest of your day that you just had, leaving it at the door, leaving it off of your mat for now. Gently deepening your breath if you haven't already started doing so. Good. And then again, inhaling up through the center of your spine, feeling your breath move up each energy point through your body, your sacral, solar plexus, your heart, your throat, your third eye, and the crown of your head. Gently exhaling, starting at the crown and gently moving down the spine, down the energy centers to the root. Repeating this breath pattern at your own pace. And really drawing focus in towards your third eye. This energy center between your eyes and the center of your forehead. Continuing with this breath. Gently coming back to your natural breathing pattern whenever you feel ready. And gently opening your eyes when you're comfortable. Good. From here, we're going to transition into a seated forward fold. So whatever position you started in, just extending your legs towards the top of your mat. Your toes stay flexed. Maybe you're scooting your booty out from underneath you to help you bend forward a little bit more. Good, so toes are flexed up towards the sky, your legs are staying active. You're inhaling to find that lengthening sensation again throughout the spine. Maybe even reach your hands up towards the sky to help you do so. Good. On your exhale, gently hinge forward from your hips. If this isn't quite working for you, go ahead and bend your knees as much as you'd like. You can bend them this much, you can bend them this much, you can even bend them this much. This will help you hinge forward from your hips if you're feeling tight through the low back. Good. So bend your knees however much you'd like. If you can't quite get over your legs, we're gonna inhale, grow tall. Exhale, hinge from those hips and reach forward for your toes. Good. If your knees are bent, gradually begin to lengthen your legs. They don't have to become completely straight, but try to maintain that length through your spine while you gradually straighten out your legs. Good. Breathing here, take your time. Good, one more deep breath here. Beautiful. From here, inhale back up through center. And from here, cross your legs and shift forward onto your hands and knees into your tabletop position. Fingertips are spread out wide. Hips are stacked over the knees, shoulders over your hands. On your inhale, arching the back, peel your chest open, maybe gazing up towards the corner of the room. Exhale, push the floor away, doming out the back, tuck the chin in towards the chest. Beautiful, repeating this at your own pace now. You're inhaling to your cow, arching the spine, and exhaling to your cat, doming the spine. Good, you can add any additional movements if you'd like to shift forward and back in this cat-cow. Maybe you're drawing some circles with your spine, maybe you're rolling over the wrists. Just allow yourself to move freely. Maybe you're closing your eyes to get more comfortable in the body and less focused on what you may think looks good or not. Good, a couple more rounds of breath. We're just warming up the spine here. Good, and then coming back through a neutral spine. From here, we're tucking our toes and just hovering our knees off of our mats. Taking a moment here to engage the core and push the floor away to protract the shoulder blades. Beautiful. Using your next deep exhale, we're gonna slowly press our chests back towards our thighs, keeping our knees bent for now. Good. So you should be in this sort of position where you look like you're about to pounce forward. Beautiful. Again, those fingertips are spread out. And then gradually beginning to lengthen out the legs like we did before in our seated forward folds. Good. Coming into our first downward facing dog. You can begin by pedaling out each leg, each foot. So bending one knee in at a time. Just easing into this posture. Again, keeping that chest pressing back towards your thighs, towards your knees. Your shoulders are strong here, but they're not shrugged up and tensed around your ears. Good, and then finding stillness here whenever you feel ready, drawing both heels down towards your mat, taking in a deep breath. Beautiful. Good, from here on your next inhale, go ahead and ripple your spine forward, coming into a high plank position. Core is staying strong. Beautiful, exhale, press your hips back and up, downward facing dog, flowing through these two postures at your own pace. You're inhaling, wave the spine forward into your plank. Exhale, wave the spine back, downward facing dog, making this one fluid motion. Take your time, follow your breath. Couple more rounds here. Warming up the core, warming up those shoulders. Good. After your next exhale, when you're in your downward facing dog, pause here for a moment. And you're going to inhale from here, bend your knees like you did before, gaze forward between your hands. Take one big step up to the top of your mat into your standing forward fold. Good, so just like in our seated forward fold, you can bend your knees as much as you need to in order to hinge forward from your hips. Good, allow your head and neck to hang heavily. And just take a few deep breaths here. Feeling yourself rooting down through the soles of the feet and bowing the crown of your head and your third eye down towards the earth. Good. Allowing that fresh blood flow to, flow back into this space, into the space of your intuition energy center. Good. On your next inhale, bend your knees, slowly roll up, and come into your Samasthiti, mountain pose. Good. From here, you're going to inhale, reach tall through your whole body. You're really feeling this lengthening from the soles of your feet to the tips of your fingers. Good. Exhale, dive forward, standing forward fold once again. Beautiful. On your next inhale, you're going to swing your arms forward and sit back into your chair position. Good. So you're grounding through the soles of the feet. We're sitting back more towards the heels rather than the toes. And you can imagine yourself trying to tear your mat open beneath your feet, between your feet. Good. That pelvis is staying neutral. From here, you are going to swing your arms back and rock onto the toes into your drinking bird. Good, keeping that core strong. Beautiful. Good, from here, gently dropping the heels, inhaling the left leg up, single-legged mountain. Good, exhale, find a twist. Catch the outside of that left knee with that right hand. Maybe gaze towards the back of your mat where your left palm is reaching. Finding your balance here. If this feels like too much, maybe you're just finding a simple single-legged mountain. Good. From here, we're going to just set that left foot back towards the back of our mats into a warrior two. Hips and shoulders are squared towards the side of your mat. You're gazing over your right fingertips. You are strong here, making sure that that right knee doesn't cave inward. We want it to be right in line with those toes. Beautiful. Inhale, flip that right palm. Exhale, lengthen the right leg, reach it back, reverse triangle. Good. If you want, you can rock onto that right heel. That feels good, or if not, just stay grounded. On your next exhale, we're gonna rock forward into a skandasana. Good, so we're bending deeply into that right leg. Maybe you're using your palms or your fingertips to support you here. Or if you're a bit more mobile through the hips, you're sitting all the way down towards the floor, but not quite touching the floor with your sit bones. Good, finding that length through the spine no matter where you're at. Good, you can be all the way up here, you can be down here. Good, and then if you want to deepen this stretch, maybe you're finding a little side bend. So you're bending over towards that lengthened leg, the left leg in this case. Good. Maybe you're catching the opposite leg with that left hand as well. Beautiful, finding your breath. Good, from here coming out of this twist and skandasana, we're swiveling onto the left, toes opening up into a twisted high lunge. That right hand reaches up towards the sky, left hand is grounded. You can either stay here if you'd like to get a little bit more spicy. You're stepping that right foot back to meet the left, side plank, arms stay the same. Good. This feels like too much on your wrist. Maybe you're lowering down onto that left elbow, keeping those hips high. Good. If you'd like to take it up a notch, you can step your right foot behind you, press your hips up, reach the right fingertips forward, wild thing. Good. Wherever you are, go ahead and ground through both hands and set your right leg forward for your pigeon pose. Good, so that left leg stays back towards the back of your mat. Take a moment to square your hips. Good, so we don't want to be just sitting on that right hip, kind of open here. We want to try to square both hips as forward as possible. Good. It may not look perfect. We're just trying to polish our form as much as possible. If you want to stay active, you can either stay in this king pigeon or upright pigeon, or if you'd like to take a sleeping pigeon, maybe you're creating a pillow with your hands here. Good, take whatever variation that feels good for you. It's your practice, so I encourage you to get whatever you need out of it. Beautiful. From here, grounding through the palms if you haven't already. Tuck that back foot and step the right foot back into a downward facing dog. Once again, taking a couple of breaths to reset here, finding that proper form. Good. From here, bend your knees, gaze forward like you're about to pounce, and then take one big step forward, standing forward fold. Good. On your inhale, bend your knees, slowly roll up. Sweep your arms up overhead on the way, growing tall through that spine throughout the whole body. Good, and exhale, dive it forward once again, standing forward fold. Bending your knees however much you need to. From here, you're inhaling, sweeping the arms up, sitting those hips back towards the heels. Chair pose. Good, you are strong here. On your inhale, sweep your arms back, teeter-totter forward onto the toes for your drinking bird. Good, finding your balance here. Connecting with your breath. Exhale, slowly lower your heels back down. Inhale, that right knee comes towards the chest, single-legged mountain. Exhale, find your twist. Catch the outside of that right leg with the left hand. Reaching those right fingertips back. We're just twisting the upper body here. The lower body stays square towards the top of our mats. Finding your balance. Good. On your next inhale, step your right foot back for your warrior two. You might need to adjust yourself a little bit here. Good. Finding that strong and proper form. Bending deeply into that left leg. Good. Inhale, flip the left palm. Exhale, lengthen, reach it back, reverse triangle. Keeping that left shoulder as open as possible. Beautiful. On your next exhale, bending even deeper into that left leg for your skandasana. So again, maybe you're supporting yourself with the hands on the floor. Maybe you're bending really deeply into that left leg, sinking the hips down towards the earth. Good. Finding that long spine once again. And if you'd like to deepen this stretch, maybe you are taking a side bend towards the lengthened leg. Good. Maybe you're taking somewhat of a twist even, really peeling your chest open towards the sky or the ceiling. Good. From here, go ahead and come out of this bend, this twist, and open up into a high twisted lunge. This time the left fingertips reach, right hand is grounded. You can either stay here, or if you'd like to make it a little spicier, you're stepping the left foot back, side plank. Good. Again, option to lower down onto that right elbow. This feels like too much on your wrist. Taking it up a notch again, maybe you're stepping your left foot behind you, pressing your hips up, coming into this dramatic, wild thing. Breathing here. Good. On your exhale, ground through that left hand. Set your left leg forward this time into your pigeon. Good. So taking a moment, once again, squaring those hips. That right leg should be lengthened towards the center of your mat. Again, you can stay upright if you want to be in more of an active stretch, or you can find your sleeping pigeon, creating that pillow with the hands once again. Maybe try to match whatever you did on the other side. Beautiful. From here, grounding through both palms once again. Tuck the right toes and step the left foot back. Downward facing dog. Good. Again, bowing forward towards the earth, pressing your chest, your heart back towards your legs. Beautiful. From here, we're going to come into a malasana. So you have two options. You can either come forward into a standing forward fold first, and then scoot your feet out and sink your hips down. That's going to be the easiest way to get into it. If you'd like a little challenge from your downward facing dog, you're going to bend your knees, gaze forward between your hands, and take one bigger leap, sinking the hips down in one big motion into your malasana squat. So just finding yourself here, however you'd like to find your way here, whatever within your practice, just listen to your body. And then your malasana may not look like this. If your hips need to be a little bit higher, go ahead and support yourself with your hands if you need to, or just take this deep, active squat. You might even feel it more in your glutes if you're a little bit higher. Or you can sink your hips down towards your mat. If, again, you're a little bit more mobile through the hips. Good. On your exhale, gently sitting back onto your hips and extending the legs forward once again for a seated forward fold. Taking any modifications as needed. Again, you can start by bending your knees as much as you need to, or you can start with straight legs. Good. Toes are flexed. Inhaling to reach up. Exhale, hinging forward from those hips, either catching the feet, the ankles, the legs, wherever you're at today, just honoring that. Good. And then you can take a moment here as well to notice any subtle differences you may be feeling in this posture compared to how it felt the first time we did it at the beginning of our asana practice today. Good. Couple more deep breaths here. Beautiful. When you feel ready, slowly coming back up to an upright seat. We're going to find our way back into whatever position we began this practice in. So maybe that was an easy seat, maybe that was a child's pose or something else. Whatever position that was, gently make your way back into that asana. Wherever you are, again, lengthening the spine, relaxing the shoulders down your back, and allowing your eyes to fall shut. Coming back to your breath, dropping inward, feeling any sensations in the toes or the feet, the ankles, the calves, the knees, maybe noticing the warmth of your palms on your kneecaps, your thighs, your hips, your pelvis. Maybe allowing a little rock from side to side there, releasing any tension from that space. Moving up to the belly, allowing it to soften. Feeling your rib cage expand just slightly on each inhale and contract on each exhale. Feeling your heart beating in your chest. Feeling your shoulder blades relaxed down your spine. This lengthening again between each vertebrae. Feeling any sensations that may be present in the arms, the wrists, the hands, the fingertips. Exhaling any tension you may be holding, again in the shoulders, the neck. Unclenching your jaw. Relaxing your cheeks. Unsquinting your eyes. Unfurrowing the brow. Taking a moment to pause here in this space between the eyebrows. Envisioning an indigo light beaming from this energy center. And knowing that this energy is something that you can always trust, something that you can always come back to. It is something that we all share, whether we're aware of it or not. Breathing deeply into this space, as if we have nostrils in the middle of our forehead, which may look funny if we imagine it, but just breathing directly into the third eye now. Breathing in love and trust. And finally shifting our focus up to the crown of our head. Feel free to stay here in this meditation as long as you like. Otherwise, gently sweep the arms up and around your being, allowing your palms to meet above your crown and exhaling them down towards the center of your third eye, pausing for a moment here. Feeling this divine energy moving down now to the throat and pausing at the heart with love and gratitude.